Assassin's Creed has always been really good when it comes to technical graphics and attention to details, and I believe Assassin's Creed Shadows is no different. It is spectacular in every way possible and will mark a new target for other games that try to achieve a good-looking open-world game. Landscapes. Creating a landscape with visible far view is not something everyone can easily do well, but Assassin's Creed has always been really good at it, and Assassin's Creed Shadows is no exception. From the amount of trees that are visible in the distance to the fog and clouds in the mountains, it looks awesome. This needs a proper planning for every asset coming to the game, and a very well planned distance culling to get such an amazing detail in the distance. Every tree mesh needs different LODs and an imposter made specifically for them to create these astonishing details in the distance. Though we have started to see this amount of details in a lot of newer, well-organized games these days. Character details. Assassin's Creed is not known to have incredible character models and incredible facial animations, but they are enough for an open-world game like this. Not to mention that the most important part in Assassin's Creed is the character animation, which is top-notch as always, and there is no need to explain it further. It seems though that the facial animation is a bit better of what we have seen in previous versions, but we will need to wait. Either way, the facial animation is enough for an open world game like this. Vegetations. When we think about a game that happens in Japan and has samurais in it, we can only think about a handful of games that got it done right. And all of them had wonderful vegetation design. From what they have shown us in the trailer and what Assassin's Creed has always done, I can easily say that we will have a wonderful time exploring landscapes full of different vegetation, and will be wowed by all the beautiful scenes they will create for us. Not to mention that getting this right is not easy. There will be performance problems, pop-in problems, texture overload problems, but in the end I believe they will have created a beautiful game loaded with spectacular landscapes. Effects. We will divide this into two categories of visual effects and post-processing effects. Assassin's Creed is a AAA game that has a budget no one can imagine. They have the best VFX artists in the industry, and it doesn't surprise anyone to see the best VFX in the industry in this game. This game will be an inspiration for future artists to create different visual effects like dust and rain. But in the post-processing part, I am sad to say that although the game looks incredibly good at times, it lacks some newer features like screen space global illumination, or I haven't seen any use of mesh distance fields anywhere, and unfortunately a lower quality depth of field is a bit obvious. Some lights that cast no shadows make the scene look a little bit washed out and unrealistic at times. But let's not forget that this game is an open world game with no loading screen, or at least no visible loading screen when you are exploring the map, and the performance is pretty important in this game. To summarize everything, based on today's graphics power, the game looks amazing, and if there's anything the game that doesn't feel good enough, it's just because the optimization is pretty important and they need to create a balance for everything. What do you think?